Imagine that at 2 points in time, you're worth $185 billion and $349 billion. Which net worth do you think will get more praise? And this connects to a question you've probably heard before. Are you a glass half full or half empty person? Most people think this question reveals your personality. Say half full and you're labeled an optimist, but say half empty and suddenly you're the pessimist. But what if it's not that simple? What if there's another, more practical way to view this question? In 2021, Elon Musk had just become the world's richest man for the first time. He overtook Amazon's Jeff Bezos to achieve this feat. While reporting the news, the BBC said, "It is the fact that Tesla's share price has increased more than sevenfold in the past year that has sent Elon Musk's fortune rocketing past that of Jeff Bezos." The BBC said to even imagine this increase a year earlier would have been irrational exuberance. However, fortune was not smiling on Elon Musk 4 years later, in 2025. DeepSeek announced its open-source AI model, which led to a fall in the stock of AI companies. Within a month, Elon Musk lost $90 billion. According to Fortune magazine, the Bloomberg Billionaire Index was filled with red numbers, with tech leaders getting crushed. The report went on. Tech billionaires in particular, who make up many of the world's richest people, are watching their wealth take a tumble. In one of these situations, Elon was worth $349 billion, while he was worth $185 billion in the other. Now, with the positive and negative news, which of the years do you think Elon Musk was worth $185 billion? Here's the twist that shows how we analyze situations. In 2021, when Elon rocketed past Jeff Bezos, he was worth $185 billion. However, in 2025, when his wealth took a tumble, he was worth $349 billion, almost double his wealth in 2021. Why do we have a positive report at a net worth of $185 billion and a negative report at $349 billion? The answer will become obvious when you think of this. Picture an empty glass cup under the tap, with water filling it up. When water reaches half of the cup, how will you define water in the cup? Half full or half empty? Picture another glass cup filled to the brim with water. You want less water in the cup and you start emptying the cup. After emptying half of the cup, how will you define water in the cup? Half empty or half full? If you're like most people, you'd say half full for the first situation and half empty for the second. The question of whether the glass is half full or empty isn't just about how much water is in the cup, and it's also not about your personality. We have to consider the previous water volume and its trend. This is what matters most: momentum. The trend matters more than the current status. If an empty glass is being filled up, it's half full because it's going from a state of emptiness to fullness. However, if a full glass is being emptied out, it's half empty because it's going from a state of fullness to emptiness. In 2021, Elon Musk grew his wealth by billions, which resulted in positive news. However, in 2025, Elon lost billions, which led to negative news, even though he was worth $349 billion. Now, this is not just about billionaires. It's how we make decisions every day. Our daily decisions depend on how we analyze the situations around us. Two people may be worth $2 million, but imagine that one of them was worth $10 million and the other $100,000. The person who lost $8 million is in crisis, while the person who gained $1.9 million is on top of the world, and they would plan different actions even though they're worth the same amount. Analyzing situations in isolation can leave us unprepared for the trend that led to that situation and what might happen in the future. If you say the glass is half full when it's trending towards emptiness, you might be unprepared for an empty cup. Most people optimize for where they are, but the more practical question is, which direction are you moving? Is the glass being filled or emptied?